I'm Cora.
And this is our Armenian case study project. Today we'll be baking an Armenian nutmeg cake and teaching you all about Armenia. Armenia is located in between Iran, Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Georgia, which is located in the Middle East.
Armenia has an HDI of 0.759 and a GII of 0.216. It's a semi-peripheral country with a GDP of $15,000 and a GNI of $3,000.
The current population of Armenia is 2.8 million people. The population density is 98 people per square kilometer. The natural increase rate is about negative 0.5%, and the total fertility rate is 1.6%. Armenia is perceived to be in the third stage of the demographic transition model because there aren't that many people in the population, but the country is slowly starting to develop more.
The main language spoken by Armenian people is Armenian, which is spoken by 97.9% of the population. Other languages, such as Kurdish, are only spoken by less than 1% of the population. And if you ever need to say hi in Armenian, just say Barev. Similarly, there is one main religion practiced in Armenia, and that is Armenian Apostolic Christian, with 92.6% of the population practicing that religion. Other religions have less than 7% of the population practicing them. Armenia is a nation-state that was brought into the Soviet Union in 1922 and declared sovereignty in 1990. The current leader is Vahan Khachatryan, who's been in power since 2022. Armenia has a beautiful culture. Here are some examples of their clothing, food, like our cake, and some familiar faces you might recognize. Our cake is all finished, so now it's time for it to go in the oven. While we're waiting for our cake to bake, let's review some more interesting facts about Armenia.
What subject is mandatory in Armenian schools?
Chess.
Armenia has the oldest what?
Winery.
Correct.
What religion was Armenia the first to adopt?
Christianity.
What are the colors of the Armenian flag?
Red, blue, and gold.
What is one of the symbols of Armenia?
The apricot.
Correct.
3.
True or false? Armenia has more citizens inside the country than outside.
False!
What sports does Armenia dominate at in the Olympics?
Wrestling. Weightlifting.
Which celebrities are Armenian?
The Kardashians.
Correct.
Armenia is a partially free country with a score of 55 out of 100. In 2021, authorities put a bunch of restrictions on journalists and the media, but after a huge outcry from activists, this law was removed in 2022. However, while these laws were in place, the Committee to Protect Freedom of Expression, which is a local non-government organization, reported that 15 journalists had experienced physical violence between January and September of 2022. The agricultural climate region of Armenia is highland continental with hot summers and cold winters. They specialize in the cultivation of cereal and corn. Every year, Armenia produces 155,000 tons of cereal and 56,000 tons of corn.
In Armenia, there's a strong history of genocide and major border disputes. In the 1800s, roughly 2.5 million Armenians lived in the Ottoman Empire.